metabolism boosting miracle.
Right.
But, they make all these bold claims, and there's all this talk about scientifically proven ingredients and glowing testimonials. It's just really hard to tell what's real and what's hype.
Yeah, it's definitely a compelling pitch. It plays right into that desire for a simple and enjoyable way to solve this complex problem.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to just add a quick powder to your coffee every morning than it is to overhaul your entire diet and exercise routine.
It sounds a lot more fun, that's for sure. And that's why we're here, That's why you've come to the right place if you want to figure this out.
Absolutely.
We're going to put on our detective hats, dive deep into Java Burn, sift through the marketing, look at those ingredients, and see if the stuff really lives up to the hype.
Let's unravel this mystery.
All right, so Java Burn.
All right.
What is it? It's a tasteless powder you put in your coffee. At least that's what they say.
Right.
And apparently they have this proprietary blend of super nutrients.
Right.
And these super nutrients, they work with your coffee to boost your metabolism, burn fat, give you more energy.
Stuff.
All the good stuff, exactly. But that begs the question, what are these super nutrients?
Well, they list a few ingredients on their website. A few that stand out are chlorogenic acid, green tea extract, L-Theanine, and Chromium.
Okay.
And each of these is linked to, various potential health benefits, but it's all a bit nuanced.
Nuance. Nuance is what we love here. So let's start with, let's say, chlorogenic acid. They say this stuff supports healthy blood sugar levels. Sounds promising.
Yeah.
But how strong is that claim, really?
That's where things get interesting. There have been some studies done on chlorogenic acid.
Okay.
But a lot of these studies looked at this ingredient in isolation, and often in doses that were way higher than what you would find in a normal serving of Java Burn.
So are they saying, like, a sprinkle of cinnamon a day will make you live to 100? Because that's what this is sounding like.
Yeah, and, even when there are studies on an ingredient, we need to be cautious about applying these findings to Java Burn as like a complete product, right?
Right.
It's the whole formula and how it interacts with your own, unique biology that really matters.
So you can't just isolate one ingredient and assume the whole product will have the same effect.
Exactly.
Gotcha. So what does the research say about Java Burn as a whole?
So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is where things get a little fuzzy. They haven't actually conducted any clinical trials on Java Burn itself.
Wait a minute. So they're making all these claims about, like, weight loss and all that.
Yeah.
But they haven't even studied it.
Right.
Like, on people.
Exactly.
Isn't that a little bit, I don't know, suspicious?
It raises some questions.
Yeah.
One thing they really emphasize is this coffee hack angle.
Okay.
They're suggesting they found this, like, secret synergy between their magic formula and your morning cup of coffee.
Right.
Which,
It makes sense on some level.
Yeah.
Because coffee itself can increase your metabolism, right?
it's true. Coffee can temporarily increase your metabolic rate.
Temporarily.
Right. It's not a long-term solution for weight loss.
Right.
And even that small effect, it can vary a lot depending on your metabolism, how much you weigh, your caffeine tolerance, what else you're eating. All those things factor in.
So what they're saying is kind of misleading then.
It's a bit of a stretch, for sure.
Because they're implying that, like, just by adding Java Burn to your coffee, it's suddenly some miracle weight loss drink.
Right. It's like they're using coffee's popularity to kind of, I don't know, distract from the lack of real proof.
To mask the lack of evidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Clever.
It's good marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of marketing, let's talk about some of the language they use.
Oh, yeah, let's get into it.
Did you notice how much they emphasize the scientifically proven ingredients?
Oh, yeah, they say that a lot.
Even though, as we've discussed, the research is,
A little iffy.
yeah, often it's early research or taken out of context.
Yeah, and what about that whole limited time offer thing?
Oh, absolutely.
That's like, but wait, there's more. If you act now...
Right, that sense of urgency, like you'll miss out if you don't buy it immediately.
It's totally playing on my fear of missing out.
Exactly. They're playing on that innate desire we all have to avoid loss.
Fascinating. So are they, like, psychologists, these marketing people?
Well, a lot of psychology goes into marketing, that's for sure.
Because it's totally working on me.
It makes sense. They're tapping into our deepest desires for a quick fix, for something that feels exclusive, for the reassurance of science.
Right.
Even when the reality is more, complicated.
Yes, exactly.
And that's exactly why it's so important to, look at these kinds of products with a critical eye.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just trust the marketing or even individual ingredients.
Okay.
We have to look at the whole picture, think about the research, or lack thereof, the marketing tactics, and most importantly, our own health goals.
So where does that leave us? We've got these kind of interesting ingredients, a coffee hack that might not be so magical after all, and some seriously slick marketing.
Right. It can feel like a lot to think about, especially when you're just trying to figure out what to put in your coffee in the morning.
Seriously, it's a lot of pressure for a cup of coffee.
But that's the thing about these miracle products,
Yeah.
They always try to make it sound so simple, right?
Yeah, just add this one weird ingredient.
Exactly. Don't worry about the science. Just focus on the quick fix, the easy solution. But it's rarely that easy, is it?
Never. So how can we be smarter about this? As consumers, what should we actually be looking for?
That's the million-dollar question.
Mm.
I think the key is being what I like to call an informed skeptic. Don't just take their word for it,
Even if the website looks really nice?
especially then. Look for credible information. Do your research. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah, that's good advice for, like, everything, right? If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Exactly.
Okay, so be skeptical, do your research.
And remember, you don't need to find all the answers in your coffee cup. A healthy lifestyle, it's about more than just a quick fix. It's about sustainable changes.
This has been really eye-opening. I'm definitely going to be looking at those miracle products a little differently from now on.
That's what we like to hear. Remember, knowledge is power, right? The more informed you are, the better choices you can make for your health.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, on that note, I think we'll wrap up this deep dive. Until next time, everyone, stay curious,